People often ask me if I think Konami prints certain cards specifically to be added to Duel Links later on, and I honestly do believe that yes, they do that. And I think that one of the examples is like For Hires. They feel like that deck didn't really pan out in the TCG, but it feels perfect for Duel Links. And I think more importantly, there is a specific set that was released about a year ago, maybe year and a half or whatever, and that is Legendary Duelist. Now we've had a couple of these Legendary Duelists. Now we're actually getting another one at the end of the month. We've had this one, which was Joey, which is just titled Legendary Duelist. We also had the Pegasus one, and then at the end of the month we're getting the Kaiba one, which is kind of cool, has some cool Blue Eyes support. But this is probably the closest we've ever gotten to having a full box set that is like very clearly designed to add decks to Duel Links. The further proof for this argument is that in the Duel Links crates that they shipped to Duel Links tubers, as well as a couple of Yugi tubers to open, if you watch those openings, they actually send them packs of Legendary Duelists. It wasn't a super new set at the time that those crates were shipped out, therefore we can kind of assume that Konami really does want this set to be for Duel Links players. And the Duel Links players that are watching this will already recognize that we have the Legendary Ocean support here. Yes, this is a pack that Sea Stealth Attack came from. And then also the most hated card, at least my most hated card, Amazona's Princess, is in this set. So this is going to be kind of fun. I thought we'd open this on camera. I don't have a knife. I don't know where it is. So we're going to try to open this with a pen. Hopefully it'll work. Yeah, it kind of works. But yeah, I thought I would open this because now that I've played Duel Links, I kind of know that many of these cards in this set, and you'll even see, I think, like Sphere Creebles in this set, all sorts of cards from this set are meta decks or meta cards in Duel Links. So for the TCG players that are watching this particular opening, you'll get to see or hear about some of the Duel Links meta cards, and we'll have a good laugh about that. And for the Duel Links players, you'll actually be surprised because there are some other pieces of support for Amazonas and the other decks, like Cyberdark supports in this set as well, that doesn't make it to Duel Links, and you might be going, wow, how much better could these decks be? And well, we're going to find out. This set, just for the record, was a complete and utter failure as far as TCG sets go. There were basically, no, not even basically, there are 0 competitive cards for the TCG in this entire set, which is pretty crazy to think about, but it did have some cool reprints for the Redeye's cards. Actually, the most expensive cards out of the set are the crappy Redeye's Ultra Rares, which is pretty funny to think about. But anyway, Redeye's Fusion, Inferno Fire Blast, the Legendary Fisherman, and, oh, yeah, Redeye's Baby Dragon. I think this is one of the more expensive cards from this set. So, a card that has not been added to Duel Links. But yeah, there's some Redeye support in here. It's the Joey thing. You'll notice with, like, the Pegasus one, there are all those Thousand Eyes Restrict support cards. And then in the Kaiba one, it's giving me Blue Eyes support. So, that's a pretty cool card, actually. And then we pull Sea Stealth Attack. So, Duel Links players probably know this card's very powerful. I wasn't actually playing when this deck, or when this card was at its height, but it definitely is still a pretty good tech option that I see played quite a bit. For the TCG players that are wondering about this card, it's pretty funny. So when this card is activated, you can activate one Umi from your hand or graveyard. While Umi is on the field, the face-up card gains the following effects. So this card, it literally has no effects unless you have an Umi on the board, which is pretty hilarious. And that says, once per turn, you can banish one water monster you control until the end phase. This turn, face-up spell and trap cards you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. That's really important for keeping the Umi face up. And then at the start of the damage step, if a water monster whose original level is 5 or higher battles an opponent's monster, destroy that opponent's monster. So the second effect is like the main thing here. If you were wondering, TCG players, why this card is so good is because Duel Links is really battle focused, and this card prevents your guys from being destroyed by battle, basically, because it just destroys your opponent's monster. That's really powerful. And yeah, this card actually, when it first came out, or so I'm told from that metagame, it pretty much had 0 counters in the entire metagame, because that was before like Cosmic Cyclone was released. There's actually no way to deal with this. The thing that makes this card so much better in Duel Links, besides the fact that it's just like a different metagame, is that in Duel Links there is an ability that lets you start with Umi face up on the board at the start of your turn, which makes this card really good because you never have to worry about drawing the field spell with it. But yeah, that card's like crazy good in Duel Links. Surgeon Electro, this card also saw some play in Duel Links. See, it's crazy. Like this set just has so many cards. Like looking back on it, like I can't believe I didn't realize that that's what they were doing with this set. But this set has so many cards like this, like that were really good in Duel Links. Water Dragon. Has the Water Dragon support. I don't think we'll pull all that. I don't know how many. I actually have no idea how many supers we're supposed to pull out of here. I'd say like 4 to 6 maybe. Not sure. It's a pretty small set, and there aren't a lot of hollows in it. And also the packs, as you can see, are only 5 cards. It's a little tricky. I have no idea, though. I opened all those Pegasus Legendary Duelist packs so long ago that I don't remember. Legendary Fisherman 3, which I believe this one is actually not in Duel Links, or at least is not played. Legendary Fisherman 2 is the one that's actually way more important. Surgeon Electro. Mixeroid. Maybe someday we'll get Shuttleroid. It's been, Shuttleroid has been, I think it's like 2005, 2007? It can't be 2005, that doesn't make any sense. Probably been a card since 2007, we don't have it. Amazonas Village. This is a card that is not in Duel Links and actually would be super annoying. So all Amazonas monsters gain 200 attack. That's already super annoying. Once per turn, when an Amazonas monster is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can fetch someone 1 Amazonas monster from your deck with a level less than or equal to the Amazonas monster in the graveyard. This card would be ridiculous. Amazonas are already extremely annoying to play against. This card would make them even better. Obviously, the main combo here is that when you destroyed like Swordswoman or like Tiger or something, you could then summon Princess from your deck, which would just be ridiculous. Yeah, this card would be insane. I'm really glad they had the foresight to not add that to Duel Links. Amazonas Swordswoman, one of the most annoying cards to play against as a spellbook player. You can usually grind them out, and then you have like a Sound Magician level 8, and then at any point they can just top deck Swordswoman, crash it in the Sound Magician, and then you take 2,000 damage. Pretty stupid. Cyberdark Cannon, all the Cyberdark support that I was very hyped for. Didn't pan out though, and actually the Cyberdark stuff is it's now a lot easier to play because they just reprinted Cyberdark Impact, which at the time that this thing was released, I remember Cyberdark Impact was very expensive. Oxygon, nice. Amazonas Onslaught, there it is. The most maybe influential card in all of Duel Links, at least at this moment. If your deck can't beat this card, then you're probably going to lose. And that's really weird. You'll notice that there's 3 versions of this card in Duel Links that are seeing play. Because this card is very similar to C Stealth Attack, and then UAs also have UA Penalty Box. Yeah, for all the TC players out there, UAs are like a top deck in... yeah, UAs are a top deck in Duel Links, and they don't have perfect ace, which is hilarious. Anyway, once returned into the battle phase, you can special summon Amazonas monster from your hand, and if you do, it gains 500 attack till the end of this turn. That's really powerful. Most decks in Duel Links are normal summon reliant, so that free special summon is crazy. And then also, after damage calculation, if your Amazonas monster battled with an opponent's monster, while this card is already faced in spell trap card zone, you can banish that opponent's monster. So this is like I said, it's just like C Stealth Attack. It's good for basically the same reason. Monster removal in Duel Links is pretty slim, even in the decks like for hires. Yes, they have monster removal. It's not like they're always going to draw it though. So a lot of times, battle is like the only way that you can deal with cards, as well as the fact that there's no main phase 2. So Onslaught is just super. Onslaught and C Stealth Attack are very annoying to play around. And then also now we have UA Penalty Box. Pretty much it seems like Konami has recognized that they can add sort of I don't know, half-baked is the right word, but like they can give like half the cards for a strategy like Amazonas or like UAs, but as long as they have a trap card that's sort of similar to Onslaught, the deck will see some play. We have a Legendary Fisherman. Golden Apples, another Duel Links card, kind of like Gore's, much worse though. Yumi ship, whoops. Well, that one's gone forever. Hydrogeddon and Megaroid City. Oh, we got little roids that are all around. That's Carrieroid, and that's Truckroid, and I think that's Mixer, so I'm trying to like zoom in as much as possible. I'm pretty sure that's Mixeroid up there. It's Drillroid, Psychroid. That's crazy. That's really cool artwork. That is like it's like super out of focus when I move the cards back. That's like Lost World for dinosaurs, where there's all the old dinosaurs in the artwork. That's really cool. I like when they do that with field spells. Redeye's Retro Dragon. Monster Incarnation. God, we pull a lot of Monster Incarnations. In Gearfried, the Redeye's Iron Knight. Like I said, just a bad Redeye's ultra rare, but it is probably the most valuable card, or one of the most valuable cards in the set. And then we have Bonding D2O. And I think I forgot to pull out the rare, because, yeah, that's there. Yeah, the Bonding cards are actually kind of fun. The Water Dragon Retrain is really good. a Legendary Ocean, Retro Dragon, Water Dragon again. There we go. I literally have no idea how to pronounce that. I know it's like Duoteron. Is it Duoteron? I don't know. You can discard this card, add one bonding spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. Discard this normal special summon. You can target one Hydreigon or Oxygeddon or whatever this guy is in your graveyard. Special summon it. Basically, the combo is you have to get 2 of these on the board and then one Oxygeddon, I believe. Yeah. 2 of those and one Oxygeddon. Special summon the Water Dragon cluster from your hand deck or graveyard. And that's kind of cool. I think it's a neat idea. Maybe not super powerful. I never really saw even experimentation, but I always thought it was pretty cool. And then we have Amazoness Call, another card that is not in Duel Links. Take one Amazon's card from your deck except Amazoness Call and add it to your hand into the graveyard. So it's literally just a search card for Amazoness Princess. Holy crap, I'm so glad this isn't in here. I didn't actually know this card existed. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Amazoness monster you control. This turn that monster can attack all monsters your opponent controls. Oh my gosh. It's crazy, like, looking at this set. This is a set that, like, doesn't make a lot of sense unless you've played Duel Links. But to think that, like, Amazoness Call could be in Duel Links is just, oh my gosh, that would just blow my mind. Banished everything with Onslaught. Gosh, that'd be stupid. Okay. Legendary Fisherman. That card. Legendary Ocean. Redeye Speed Dragon. That's kind of weird as a common. And a Bonding DHO. Little different one. So that one takes, instead of the second of the level 5 guy here, it takes a Hydreigon, which I think ends up being more difficult. I don't know. Pretty sure it's easier to get 2 of the same than 3 different ones. Amazon Swordswoman, Connection Zone, Armoroid, Cyber Darkness Dragon. Man, I was so hyped for these cards. It's, like, cool, but obviously not very competitive. Mixeroid, I thought it would be good, but kind of like I mentioned in, I think that was yesterday's video, where someone asked me, like, which deck I was, or, like, Legacy support. The problem with the Cyber Deck Legacy support was that all the original Cyber Deck cards were, like, the worst cards in the deck. You have to play, like, at least 6 of them. Cyber Deck Edge. Citadel Whale, another card that is very good in Duel Links. Basically, this thing just sets your, whatchamacallit, Sea Stealth attack from your deck whenever it's special summoned. So that's pretty cool. It's actually seen some experimentation in Mermail decks. Yeah, Mermail decks are in Duel Links. No one plays them because they're terrible, which is hilarious to me. I thought they would be, like, broken. I was wrong. But yeah, Citadel Whale is, like, probably one of the more successful variants just because Sea Stealth attack is really good. I don't know, it's just so weird seeing these cards in real life, because all those Duel Links cards, no one plays these, like, in real life, so seeing them in real life is very strange. Amazoness Call. Man, I did not know Amazoness Call existed. So Amazoness could be so much worse in the Duel Links format if they had Call and the Field Spell. I wonder how bad an Amazoness deck would be in the TCG. Pretty bad, probably. Pretty bad. Cyber Deck Inferno. That's the Field Spell for Cyber Decks. Pretty cool card. Not enough good support, though. I don't know. It's weird. Also, I'm pretty sure we were only supposed to pull 2 Ultras in the set. Maybe it was 4. I don't know. I feel like the Pegasus one... Oh, I guess it was 4. The Pegasus. Okay. I don't know. We'll see. Legendary Fisherman. Rage of that guy. That old, I think it's level 5, 1800 attack water monster. From way back in the day. Electro, Water Dragon, Bonding. Yeah, it might sound like a meme that like Amazoness and Sea Stealth Attack are, like, legitimately threatening cards in Duel Links, but it's really true. And yeah, the first couple times as a CC player that you play against them, you'll be like, oh, it's just Amazoness. Then, like, you realize that that's basically, I don't know, it's kind of like the Trickstar Sky Strikers of Duel Links. I don't know if it's, like, necessarily the best deck, but it's one of the best decks. It's still pretty normal summon reliant, like every deck in Duel Links, but oh, Sphere Karibo, there we go. One of the best, or pretty much the only hand trap in Duel Links that's actually played. And Amazoness Baby Tiger, which is currently, well, it's technically not banned because it's semi-limited, but the Duel Links ban list works where you can only have 2 total copies of any semi-limited card, and Onslaught is semi-limited as well, which means that this card, you can't play it, basically, because Onslaught is a mandatory staple 2 of, so you can't play Baby Tiger. But this card was super annoying, too, when it was around just because it was like, once again, like it was just a free. Oh my gosh, everything's sliding all over the place. It was just a free banishing from Onslaught. Onslaught's way too good. It's just it's so weird. This is like the two formats that I play combining, and it's very strange. These cards just they make more sense when I see them online. Wonder Balloons, Amazon's call. Wonder Balloons is another card that was very good in the early days of Duel Links. There were basically no good ways to deal with it. A lot of decks just were not playing Spell and Trap card destruction, so you could take the -1 or -2 at some points and just completely blow your opponent out of the game. And Redeye Slashing. How many Ultra Rares do you pull in this set? We've only pulled 3 Super Rares. We've pulled 5 Ultra Rares. Very cool, though. Card's nice looking. And Mixeroid. I can't even believe. I thought I don't know. I feel like we're only supposed to pull 4 Ultra Rares at most. But, like, look at all the Super Rares we're not pulling. It's crazy. And then Mixeroid again. Man, that just seems... We're halfway through the box. I guess I should speed up. This is taking, like, forever. How many packs are in this box? Oh, 36 packs. Holy crap. Okay. I'll open them a little faster now. Kind of go through here. Cyberduck Claw. Yeah, I guess... I don't know. I feel like we should be... I think I've been opening them pretty fast. I don't know. I guess I'd stop to read some of the cards to the TCG players in the audience. Actually, a Duel Links channel that I watch... Watt007, I believe his name is. He is a Duel Links channel pretty much exclusively. Oh man, there she is, the most annoying. Oh my gosh, this card is so annoying. And do we just get 2 rares, or is this a? Oh, that's just my HGO. Amazon's Princess is my least favorite card in Duel Links. This card is ridiculous. It feels like my opponents draw it disproportional to how many copies they have. There's no way to search it. It's just a 3-0, which means you have a 50% chance of opening it in a 20-card deck. And yeah, it feels like they open it every single game. And this card is ridiculous. There are not a lot of +1s in Duel Links. This search is the best card, one of the best cards in the game, Onslaught. And then also it continuously applies pressure. It can summon Amazon's Queen straight from your deck. It can summon Swordsman from your deck. This card is so stupid. Oh my gosh. I hate looking at this card. It just makes me angry. Which is just like so weird, because when I started playing Duel Links, it's like, well, that's hilarious that Amazon is the best deck, but like honestly, I'd rather play 8 rounds against Gokis in real life than 8 rounds against Amazonas in Duel Links. Like Amazonas is just so annoying, which is like, I know it sounds crazy, but it's actually true. Just the worst. Oh my gosh, I hate that card so much. I don't know, it might actually be possible to play. Oh my gosh, we pulled another one. Holy crap, that's crazy. I think some of these cards are actually kind of valuable. These sets like this, a lot of times the cards maintain like $5 to $15 as far as Super Rares and Ultra Rares go, more so than the main sets, because they just aren't bought that much, which is kind of weird. People ask why. I don't know if you guys know, but the Silent Magician card is like $15-20 in the TCG, even though no one plays it, and it's because it was in a crappy set that no one bought, so the card's price artificially inflates because there isn't as much of a supply for it. Yeah, I wonder if you could actually build Amazonas in real life. Maybe I should take that to a regional. They have Onslaught at 3. They have a Searcher for Amazon. I could do that. That'd be pretty funny. I mean, obviously, like, terrible, but pretty funny, right? Swordswoman, Sea Stealth Attack. See, the problem is cards like Amazonas Swordswoman are just, like, a lot worse in the TCG because there's more life points, so you can't really play that much cheese with Amazonas. Amazon's Village. I don't know. It might legitimately work. You could play. I'm like talking myself into playing Amazonas. You could play Gozen Match. You could play Rivalry. They're all warriors except for Baby Tiger, obviously. I don't know. That'd be pretty funny. I played a Duel Links deck at a TCG tournament. Here's my story. My Red City. These Roid cards must have not been that exciting because I didn't even see like people do deck profiles with them. Like no one talked about them at all. Like I think in the TCG the most hyped cards from this set were by far the Cyberduck cards, and obviously like I hyped them up a lot. But I think just in general, they were like the best on paper. So that got most of the discussion from this set. Some people talked about the Red Eyes cards, but not really because Red Eyes are terrible. Oh, Super Vehicleroid Mobile Base. This card's cool. It takes itself out of the extra monster zone. I'd actually really like to see more monsters with that mechanic. We don't really see that too much, if ever. It's just like Stardust Dragon and Omega. With that one, those cards only like take them out of the... they don't like directly take themselves out of the extra monster zone, where this card literally moves itself to a main monster zone. Down to the last couple packs here. This opening took way longer than I thought it would. Get on the Amazon's Onslaught. I mean, I could play Amazon's. I don't know. It'd be kind of funny. Obviously, one issue is that like there's 40 card decks, so you're not as likely to draw stuff. Even with the 3 searchers for Princess in Amazon's Call, I think it's still, you're better off in Duel Links where the shuffling is horrible and you always open. I mean, why take in the TCG, why risk opening Princess some of the time when you can just play, oh, Water Dragon Cluster. Awesome. This card's artwork is sick. Actually, this card's really cool. I wish there was a better way to play it. Yeah, why risk drawing Princess some of the time when you can just play Duel Links and draw Princess in every single opening hand? Even though math tells you that's not going to happen. And golden apples to wrap it up. Okay, anyway, that is going to be my opening for this legendary Duelist set. Like I said, there are many cards in this set that I kind of talked about that are really powerful in Duel Links and really bad in the TCG, which I think is hilarious. I think that's one of the good things about Duel Links. I think they do a lot wrong, but I think one of the good things is that it makes bad cards in the TCG really powerful in the Duel Links format, which is kind of neat. Anyway, though, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.